Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. The GCC Rail and Metro Conference 2015 recommends in its conclusion to prepare a study to establish a development fund for sustainability of railway sector in the GCC. Her Excellency Chairperson of Public Authority for Craft Industries reviews during the Shura Council session the authority strategy and the craft industry contribution in the national economy. And a workshop on competition protection and monopoly prevention law discusses in Muscat means of combating commercial fraud and fake goods. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Maithripala Sirisena of Sri Lanka on the occasion of him being sworn in as a new president of his country. The GCC Rail and Metro Conference 2015 has recommended in its conclusion in Muscat to prepare a detailed study to establish a development fund for sustainability of railway sector and set up a comprehensive strategy to integrate the projects within the comprehensive transport system with all its kinds and styles. The fund aims at preparing training programs and academic specialized courses, as well as putting a timetable for the associated industries which support the project. The conference also recommended to encourage foreign companies to enter an actual partnership with public and private sector. The participants from more than 25 countries presented 17 work papers during the 2 days dealing with the development of the railway and projects in the GCC countries. On the sidelines of the conference, Roberto Liusa, project director of Oman Rail, had this to say.
Yes, this project is the project for the preliminary design of the whole Omani railway network, which is organized in 9 segments and with a priority from 1 to 9. The first priority of this project is to connect all Omani ports and economic zones to the GCC. This is the first. Then the project will go on connecting other areas of the country. And the project has started in January the 2nd, and we are glad to have been able to launch the first tender, so delivering the first design of a priority segment, which is from Sohar to Buremi and the UAE border. The project is running according to schedule. It is successful from this point of view. Oman started a bit later, but now it's speeding up and overtaking, let's say, catching up the time with other GCC countries. And the first line will be operating according to the schedule in 2018. This is the schedule.
Shura Council hosted Her Excellency Sheikh Aisha bint Khalfan Al-Siyabiya, Chairperson of Public Authority for Craft Industries, in a session presided over by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Mawali, Chairman of the Shura Council, during which he pointed out the authority's future strategy and plan. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
More than 3.4 million Omani riyals is the added value of the handicraft sector in the national economy. The majority was from the silverware products, with 21.5% from the overall sector. His Excellency Sulaim bin Ali Al-Hakimani, head of the Economy and Financial Committee in the Shura Council, appreciated the effort spent by the authority to develop handicrafts, but called for more enhancement by increasing the support given to the craftsmen.
There were very good efforts in regard of improving the performance of the handicrafts in Oman and to make them contribute to the economy of the Sultanate, and at the same time they keep the traditions and the values of the Omanis for the future.
Her Excellency Sheikh Aisha Siyabiya, Chairwoman of the Omani Public Authority for Handicrafts, stated that development in the sector and focused in her presentation on the efforts spent by the authority to improve the quality of the handicrafts and enhance marketing. Al-Hakmani added that the good progress in handicraft sector has been clearly witnessed, but the target demanded is still very high. He said,
"It is obvious that there was very good progress. However, we think that this need also to be improved, and it's very clear that from the plans, the ambitious and the targets are very high, and we really support them. What we hope is that the handicrafts contribute to the economy by convincing the people who are working on them that they can add value to themselves, to the economy."
Meanwhile, His Excellency the Chairman of the Shura Council pointed out in his speech that His Majesty paid more attention to this sector, and Al-Ajyal College for Traditional Handicrafts was one of the main projects by His Majesty's directives. Such sector, therefore, should contribute positively in the national economy as far as it's mainly considered and globally needed. Well, handicraft sector has an added value to the national economy. Therefore, supporting this sector and enhancing its qualities and products was the key concept of today's session. Tomorrow there will be another session to discuss some other issues. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Muscat.
With the participation of more than 80 employees from various governmental bodies, the first workshop on competition protection and monopoly prevention law was inaugurated today. The session, which is organized by the Public Authority for Consumer Protection, discussed the concept of monopoly, its resources, and the means of combating commercial fraud and fake goods. It was presided over by His Excellency Hussein bin Ali Al-Hilali, Public Prosecutor. The four-day workshop also discussed the impact of consumer protection laws, monopoly prevention, competition protection, rules and assurances at international agreements and national legislations. The workshop will also review the role of governmental and international institutions and concerned bodies at monopoly prevention and competition protection freedom and judicial specializations in the field. With the aim to acquaint with the water projects and following up the work process, His Excellency Ahmed bin Abdullah Al-Shihi, Minister of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources, visited the dams of Wadi Imti in the Wilayat of Iski and Wadi Kelbu in the Wilayat of Nizwa in the Governorate of Dakhiliya. He listened to a briefing for both projects, which indicated that Wadi Imti Dam has been completed and handed over to the Ministry, while the Wadi Kelbu Dam is expected to be accomplished by the end of February of the current year. Constructing the two dams came within a system to preserve underground water, to keep up with development march and satisfy the citizens' needs. Abdulrazak bin Ali bin Isa, Chief Executive Officer of Bank Muscat, stressed that the balanced financial and economic policies adopted by the Sultanate during the last years has succeeded in enhancing the trust of international community in the Sultan's capabilities, which contributed to attract huge investments and provide numerous facilities to motivate and refresh national economy. He indicated that this enabled the Sultanate to achieve positive economic and social indices, which qualified it to obtain several international financial institutions awards. He pointed out that the Omani economy is considered as one of the achievements of the blessed Renaissance, adding that the private sector has contributed in implementing various development projects and boost the Sultan's role as investment frontier for diversified capabilities of all local and foreign investors. Still to come in News Bulletin, Khasab Port obtains the 7th position as most beautiful international ports, according to the British newspaper Telegraph. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. His Excellency Said Said bin Ibrahim Al Busaidi, Deputy Governor of Governorate of Muscat, received today His Excellency Momin Ahmed Sheikh Saad, Mayor of the capital of Djibouti, and his delegation. They discussed social services as well as tourism and civilization potentials enjoyed by the Governorate of Muscat. They exchanged cordial talks and discussed matters of common concern between the two countries, affirming the deep existing relations between the Sultanate and Djibouti. His Excellency Ahmed bin Yusuf Al-Harthi, Under-Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Diplomatic Affairs, received also His Excellency the Mayor of the capital of Djibouti. They discussed foreign and bilateral relations between the two brotherly countries, as well as matters of common concern and points of view of both sides. His Excellency Ali bin Khalfan Al-Jabri, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Information, met with His Excellency Momin Ahmed Sheikh Saad, Mayor of the capital of Djibouti. They reviewed historical relations and ways of developing them, especially that related to media fields. The Under-Secretary of the Ministry stressed during the meeting on the importance of strengthening relations between the Sultanate and Djibouti in particular, and with the African country or continent in general in various fields, including media and economy. The guest expressed his admiration of the civilizational progress witnessed by the Sultanate during the era of the Blessed Renaissance. Hassa Port obtained the 7th position internationally as most beautiful international ports, according to a report published by the British Telegraph newspaper. The report indicated that the Governorate of Musandam is such a mythical and strategic place of the Sultanate due to its geographical diversity, in addition to having hotels close to the port, which makes it an element of attraction to tourists. Many tourist ships docked at the port from Costa Rica, Japan, Italy, Germany, and various other countries. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the Governorate of Musandam and other coastal areas of Sea of Oman and parts of higher mountains, with chances of scattered showers and low clouds, fog late at night and early morning in the Governorate of Brahimi, Lahira, Wusta and Dhofar. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate over the coastal areas overlooking the Arabian Sea, and rest of the Sultanate will be easterly to northeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a moderate along the coast of the Governorate of Musandam with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters, and moderate to rough along the rest of the coast with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The GCC Rail and Metro Conference 2015 recommends in its conclusion to prepare a study to establish a development fund for sustainability of railway sector in the GCC. Her Excellency Chairperson of Public Authority for Craft Industries reviews during the Shura Council session the authority strategy and the craft industry contribution in the national economy. And a workshop on competition protection, monopoly prevention law discusses in Muscat means of combating commercial fraud and fake goods. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.